Hey, Stats.
What's going on, Stat? Welcome in. If you are a creator here in the chat, please type in the word hashtag creator in the chat. That way, Nightbot can pick up your channel and show it to us. That
Yep,
way, we can
Stats.
join your YouTube journey.
Yep, Stats is from my side.
Nice. I'm going to go hit them up.
Yeah, they live in
Yeah.
Florida.
Nice. Oh, snap. Sharon Jackson has made it. I don't see you over on that side over there. Maybe I just need to.
Thank you,
Oh, okay.
Stats.
Yep. All right. Okay. So, okay, I see you, Sharon. There you are. Roxy, what'd you have for dinner?
Uh, Firehouse sub sandwich.
Ooh, another good cause. I love those guys.
Well, they got my order wrong, and I complained. And so far, they've only given me $6 back. I ordered 2 sandwiches because they're buy one get one free. I got the 2 sandwiches, but it wasn't the sandwich I ordered.
Mm-hmm.
But I ate it anyway. But I didn't get my cookies, and I didn't get my drink, and I said, poop. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
complained to Uber Eats, and hopefully they'll give me the rest of my money back.
Yep. But that still doesn't put a cookie at your front door. I'm just saying.
No, it didn't give me a cookie. So I
You know
said,
who
oh,
has
well.
you know who has real good cookies? That's Jimmy John's. Jimmy John's has really good big fat cookies. They're like
I haven't tried theirs.
I love their cookies.
I don't even know if I've had a Jimmy John's. I have to see. I think we have a Jimmy John's. I think that's where I ate. Because they have a couple of times a year, they have you buy sandwiches and 100% of the proceeds that day goes to charity
Mm-hmm.
of some kind. I don't remember what it went to. So, but I ended up eating a Tim Tam cookie.
Nice.
No hot chocolate this time to go with it, but I ate it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. We had I made a version of turkey soup because we just made that turkey the other day.
Oh.
So now we're doing different meal ideas with turkey. I froze half of it, like I froze all of the dark meat, and so we're just eating wings and breasts right now, and until it runs out, and then we'll be good.
Right.
Stat says no cookie. Oops, I want a cookie.
Yeah, no
I know.
cookie. But I was gonna order. I thought about ordering from Crumble Cookie. Is that it? Yeah, but
Yeah.
Crumble Cookie costs too much to deliver, and I could go there and get what they won't. I can get a couple extra cookies if I go into Crumble for the price they won't deliver. So I don't ever deliver those.
Yep.
So it's just frustrating that maybe I hope an Uber Eats will give me more than $6 and something back. Because it started out when I ordered it, it said the meal was 20 something dollars, and I said, okay, like 21, 22. And then they charged me 30, and I'm going, why charge me 30? So they gave me $6.99 back, but that still doesn't tell me why when you complain, this is the second time that store has gotten my food wrong. And last time they gave me my money back. And this time they're going to give me my money back. So I may not order unless I go in and be there. Yeah.
Right. Sometimes you got to go up there and do it. I don't know. I used to drive for DoorDash and Uber Eats, and believe me, I've felt the I've assisted people in fixing their orders. It all depends on how good of a driver you got, but it's really not on the driver if the restaurant gets it
No,
wrong.
well, see, When I opened my bag, I ran outside and the driver was pulling off. I said, darn it. She might have helped me get it done faster. And
Right. But as a customer, remember that you do have to place a second order if you want a replacement or something like that, because we're already, most of the time we've already accepted our next delivery by the time we reach your house. And so
oh
it's
yeah,
like we're on to the next order before we even get there,
yeah.
So
So,
that's the reality of being a driver. Is
yeah,
you get,
but I understand that.
yep.
But the sandwich wasn't really all that wrong. It just wasn't everything I added on. I took things off, added some more things, paid
Yep.
for the extra things, and all the extra, and the cheese was completely left off. And I said, well, I wanted warm cheese on it. And so I'm hoping that Uber Eats will straighten it out. And
Mm-hmm.
if they don't give me all my money back, they can at least give me a little more, half of it back.
Oh, wait a minute. Check this out. Stat says, I like to plan ahead too. Made extra chicken to eat tomorrow and made broth with a piece of chicken ice cubes for my pup. Nice. And I am loom knitting a hat for the homeless. This one is actually one of my giveaways. This is going to be nice. I asked a creator, I believe, for the color choices on this one, and I think my next two are going to be these because somebody wanted to order a couple of these. Look, Roxy, I
Oh,
actually
yeah.
had to go yarn. I had to go yarn shopping today and get the uh, camo. This is
I
the one
had
that,
some camo, but I don't know if I have any left, but I had camo.
yeah. So I went and got a big one. I got a jumbo.
That's the army camo.
Yep.
They
I got
have
a
the
jumbo.
army camo. They have the brown, the brown tone camo at one time. Then they had the navy blue camo
Mm-hmm.
to represent the army. So they had 3 different colors. They called them all camo,
Yep.
but
I like the Desert Storm camo. I really do. The
yeah,
tan. I
yeah,
like
that's
that
what.
design. I'm
Yeah,
more
I've
of
seen that one.
I'm more of an earth tone person anyway. So I've made a lot of those camo hats and given them away. But it was revealed to me that I need to make the hats that I'm doing for the street people
Mhm.
bright so they can at least be seen. Camo is not good for them. I'm gonna make I'll probably make one for Uncle Dave. I know that he would like that.
I don't know how it dropped your link. I had to restart my live because my phone was messing up.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I said, "Well, I'll get out of the video I'm watching anyway and watch it before I go to bed." But I'll come on here for about an hour or less and get a few more hours in because I did live today myself, but I did cleaning in the kitchen and moving my exercising without music.
Oh no, the hashtag creator will not work on Roxy's side. If you're in Roxy's chat, it won't work. You have to come over to Hats on a Mission and then type in hashtag creator. But let me get your link over there from Roxy and let me see.
See,
I can.
I don't have a Nightbot. It went to sleep about a year ago, and I didn't wake it up. So
Oh wow.
I don't know how it got messed up. And the person who helped me fix it, I don't talk to her anymore. So I got to
Oh,
figure
okay.
out how to do it.
I know how to do it.
So we'll get it. We'll work on it one day. We'll do it through Messenger one day.
Yep. Okay, here we go. No, I got it. Well, maybe not, Stat. I need to see if I can copy and paste your channel here and do a channel search. Copy. And then I'm going to search here. I
Ever
could
thought about
probably
putting some beards on your hats?
beards. Uh,
BEADs?
I don't know about that. Just I'll uh-oh, I can't find your channel. So yeah, you're gonna have to come over on Hats on a Mission. Let me drop my channel link. That way you can find me here in Roxy's chat. I'm gonna drop it there. So let me see. Oh, Gen X Effect is on too.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Copy. And then I'm going to go to Roxy's chat and drop that link. Well, I don't even know if I'm a mod, if I can do this. I don't know. We're going to get you over here one way or another. That way everybody can be connected. Oh. Okay. That's what it is. YouTube.com/@HatsOnAMission. All one word. And then you can find me. Oh, thank you, Danny. See, this is why you're here. This is why you're here. You're the most amazing person. How do you find these links? Oof. Yeah, Danny D already dropped your link. Thank you so much.
I
See,
think
it's
he's a moderator on my side too, or was.
yeah. Danny gets a wrench no matter what.
I
Because
know.
she
I
does
mean,
mod.
Danny's dad said she has 4 things open at one time sometimes, and she's on 4 different channels.
Yes, absolutely.
But
Yep.
I finished that other hat, so I think this yarn will probably get me one last hat. If I run out, I will just add another color.
Yep.
As long as it's on the same type of, well, you can use like 2 different types of yarn, but you just got to remember if you're washing them and drying them, make sure they're washable and dryable. But sometimes the different yarns will make one. It might shrink up, or it might look more wrinkly,
Right.
compact. And so you got to make sure that they are compatible kind of yarns. So.
And as a general rule, it's not good to put stuff like this in the dryer. You can wash it, but I would not recommend putting stuff like this in the dryer because you never know if it's acrylic or if it's cotton or what the yarn is made out of. And if you put it in the dryer, it could shrink up or it could,
Right. Well,
loosen.
most of your red heart and cardon yarn for everyday use is wash and dry. But when you get into the specialty yarns, you cannot put them in the dryer.
Nope, it'll melt. And
They shrink.
yeah, if you try it on a high heat, then that's not a good either. Not a good one either.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had ladies in our group that she made a nice sweater for herself.
Mm-hmm.
And her husband decided, I'm going to wash and dry the clothes. Well, that nice sweater she made for herself, now that her grandchild,
Yep.
it shrunk.
Yep. Well, that gives me all the more reason to make another one. See, once you start making these things, it's like you can't stop
No.
because this stuff, this knitting and crocheting, it really, really does bring you a lot of peace. You know.
I don't know who's texting me. I can't figure out or is that on your side?
No, it's not on my side.
I don't know where it's coming from.
Stat says I've known Roxy since March of 2022. Nice.
Is that when we met? Yeah, I guess. Yeah. At a big YouTuber's party, and that YouTuber probably will never have another big party.
Oh, okay.
The looms are supposed to be. I have a loom, and I did it at one time. I made 3 or 4 hats, but I do not remember how. So I gotta have a refresher course.
Mm-hmm. You know, we
Yeah,
can run through it, and all I do is simple knits. I don't do purl stitches because you have to take that. You have to take it off of the loom hook and then put it back on after you bust the little move with it. And I'm like, I don't know about that purl stitch. It seems to me like that's going to be twice as long if you have to take everything off the hook, loop it
yeah. I
around, and
know
then
I
put it
didn't do
back.
pearl. I just knew I wrapped it, and after that, I don't remember.
And then look, you grab the bottom because the three yarns on every pole. Is you
Yeah, I
get the
don't
bottom
remember
one
3. Yeah,
and you loom it over the top. See? You just keep on grabbing that bottom one and you loop it over the top. That's
yeah. I
all
don't
I'm doing.
remember. Yeah, I don't remember them being 3 yarns. So I guess.
That's how you cast it on is you put 3 yarns on it and then
Okay.
you just keep it going. You E-wrap 3 times going around. That's how you get started.
Yeah, but I'm gonna when I get back from seeing my daughter, I want to pick it up and do it. Right now, I've got all this. I can do this quickly without having to remember those steps.
Mm-hmm.
And tomorrow, I got the backyard finished yesterday. Or was it
Nice.
yesterday? Day before yesterday, I think it was. But anyway, the lawnmower guy come today, and he had his helper that's with him. His helper is 66 years old.
Oh wow.
I said, "You're retired." I was talking to him, and he said, "Yeah," but he said, "I can't sit still." So I don't know if his helper is a family member or
Mm-hmm.
uncle something. It ain't dad. I know that much. So
Right.
anyway, today he had his brother with him. I'm going to Orlando. She may come to see me in Orlando. If not, I'll be by my. I'm doing some other things while I'm there.
Nice.
But anyway, he brought his brother with him, and his brother is the electrician. And so we went through my house today looking at the different things, and the box that the original electrician that didn't finish my work left out here, it's
Yep.
a 200 amp. My
Mm-hmm.
1963 box is a 50 amp.
Wow.
And he said we can use it, but he said before I even try it, I'm going to do a small test and make sure it's not going to trip everything in your house.
Right.
So if it does, I said I'm going to give him that one because he could probably use it, and he can get me a 100. You know.
Yeah, you don't want to go too much more than what your house was meant for because um it could really blow it out. That 50 is wow, that is very low.
Yeah, that's the way they did it back in the 1960s.
Yep. Everything's on the same circuit. You can't run the heater and the microwave at the same time. I remember them old houses, no insulation. You had the fuses instead of the circuit breakers, and all that. That was crazy. I was scared of
Yeah,
the fuses. The circuit breakers don't scare me, but the fuses did.
yeah. Hopefully, he's going to cut me a deal because I said I've already paid too much for unfinished work, and I said I can't afford that much more. And he said, "How much more did you owe that guy, or did you owe him anything?" I said, "Yeah, I owed him about $1,000."
Mm.
He said I make him work with that.
Sharon, I would not know how to add beads to these things at all.
Oh,
She
all
was asking me, have I thought about adding beads to the hat?
right. What you do to add beads? Say you want 200 beads, and you want to, you put them. Oh, you take your needle and you thread them on before you start. And as you're working, if you don't need a bead there, you just keep pushing the beads up along the thread. And when you e-wrap, you e-wrap a bead with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I never thought about that. I just I follow the same pattern because that's all I learned how to do was to do this one style hat. Now the designs is the things that I come up with. Like this signature is all mine. See, I start off with a color on the inside to which I know that is going to be what is touching your head. And then I'll knit down 23 rows in this color. For the most part, is always going to show up a little bit on the outside right here. And this is how I sign my work. That I do this for the art of it. It looks really cool having that little piece of color right there that I started off with show up on the outside with this.
Yeah.
So it also makes the stripe that I want the drivers to see more visible against the darker background. So that's why I do that. But otherwise, it's the same concept. You lay 39 down, fold it in half, and that's your brim. Lay down another 45 and close up the top. You could put a pom-pom on it or not, but otherwise, that's the whole hat.
If I had a bead here, you can also, with crochet, and you can also do it as you go along.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to make you can't see me. Anyway, you have to do that and slide it on and then push it down and go from there. But I've made things with beads on it, but I had to sit there and string and string.
Mm-hmm.
And for a hat, you got to figure out, do I want it like a whole row of beads? How many it's going to take?
Right.
So it's 34 around. If you wanted 34 around, you're going to have to put at least 34 beads. But if you want them scattered out like one here, one there, the design, put as many as you want on there. And I guess you could figure it out exactly before you did it.
Yep. And I'm not over on Roxy's side, but let me see at the stats. At the stats. Boom. At
30, 35, 40, 45.
okay.
50.
Oh, my whole comment section just disappeared. There they are. Okay, stats. I'm already subbed. Okay, that'll work. And Danny D is dropping links. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, I don't have my YouTube side open. If I do, I don't think I do I? No, I have your side open, so I'm going to go. I guess I should go to my side and open it so I can see.
Yeah, she's over there on your side.
Yeah, I know. Let me get it on my phone and go to my side. That's what I usually do. But my phone messed up. It was playing echo again. Well, it's playing my. I already got out of what. I'd already got out of it and was going to try to go to the computer, and it messed up and kept playing it, even though I wasn't in StreamYards anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what was going on. All right. I got my side open now. I can see my channel. And, but anyway.
I'm going to play a song while we're working here. You don't mind?
I don't mind as long as we might get into trouble.
No. It's not going to be that kind of song. It's this kind of stuff right here.
No, I don't care. You non-music.
I get it from Filmora. That's what I used to edit. That's what I use to edit my videos.
Right.
If it's good for vlogs, it's good for lives.
Right. Yeah, I want to go back to the Orlando Mall when I go back down there, but I don't know if I have time. I don't know if I'll have time because I also, the night I get there, I booked myself the restaurant 1900. I forget the exact name of it, but and that's that night at 18 because that's the only time they had it left open.
Hey, look, Jalen Russell made it in. What's up? How is it going?
Hey, Jada.
I'm going to connect with you. Man, I wish I could. Jalen Russell. Let's see if I can get you.
So I know I'm going to go to Disney Springs. And someone told me you need to go to City Walk. So when I go in December to see Joy is coming to meet me in December. I won't go to her house again. But she is going to meet me in December. We've already got it all planned out. But I think while I'm there that time, I'm gonna, if I have to take an Uber, I'm going to go to City Walk. They say it's as good as Disney Springs. Now, Disney Springs is probably a lot bigger. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Jalen says I'm crocheting also.
Oh, great. Yes, I'm coming to Florida to see my, well, I told her plenty of time, but she is not going to probably meet me. Her boss changed her hours. So I said, well, I'm going anyway. I've already paid for the hotel.
Yep. I got to count. Got one more to go. Then I can switch colors again.
Yeah.
That's why I like these 15 over 15s. Like as soon as you get to talking and having a good conversation, you got to switch again. And it makes the hat move faster. It really does. Because all you got to do is go down to 15 and then you got to pay attention because it's got to be the same. For me, it's got to be uniform. It's got to be the same size.
I hope I'm not froze because you're froze on my PC, on my laptop, but you're not froze on the.
There may be too many instances running at the same time.
Yeah, I've got something open I'm not supposed to have open probably.
Oh, okay.
Let me close a couple up.
Yeah, Jalen, I mainly do I do jazz over here while we're just hanging out talking and stuff because jazz is universally accepted as good music. I didn't used to listen to jazz as much, but baby's two favorite genres is country and jazz. I had to learn to love it.
Maybe I wasn't on my channel, but I thought I was.
Do you think this is cozy? In about 3 weeks, I'm moving to Dallas, and in the new house is an actual fireplace. So it's about to get even more cozy. Maybe not all the time, but I will sit by the fire and crochet. Most of the time, I'm going to be in the studio, so I won't be by the fire. But some nights, I'm going to want to get in there and do that. The same vibe over there.
I'm gonna be there 3 days, and then I'm getting on a cruise.
Ooh, classical is good too. Hey, Foodie's Vacations has made it in. What's up?
Hey, Foodie.
Yes. Welcome in. Uh-oh. Wait, I did say I only had one more left, right? Hold on. I got to recount. Okay, I'm done with that. So now I can tie off a new color and start back with the gray again. Good evening. Welcome in and welcome in. If you are on Hats on a Mission side, please, and you're a creator,
How
please.
far are you from Orlando, Stats? I can't remember.
Please type in the word hashtag creator and Nightbot will drop.
If I remember right, you're probably an hour and a half from Orlando or abouts. Anyway. But the Orlando Mall opened up they opened up this last week, I believe it was, a brand new arcade. Bigger
Nice.
than the one that's already there.
Yep.
And the best arcades are in Japan and Singapore.
Oh wow, this is my last set of 15, Roxy. We're gonna finish this one up tonight.
Oh, so how many more rows you got? 15?
15. Yeah, 15 and the cherry on top. That's it. And we're done.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Like I said, whenever you do these 15 over 15s, it moves quick because you have to count. You have to pay attention, you know. Whenever I'm doing something that just takes 45 rows, somehow it takes a little while longer. I don't know why, but hey, Willie's Desert Hangout has made it in. What's up? What's up? Welcome in and drop your link while you're here. I know you're on my side. So come in and post a comment that says hashtag creator. That will get Nightbot to drop your link and everybody here will connect with you. Or at least I'm asking them to connect with you because that's what we do over here. We get channels that we know and love well, and then invite our friends to join your YouTube journey. That way you can do a little growing while you're here. But y'all check him out. Willie's Desert Hangout. He goes live almost every day, if not every day. And it's just a simple thing of pointing the camera out the front door and letting people see where you're at, you know, your view. And it's a neighborhood, but it is desert, so it's like it just looks hot, you know, for where Willie is. I really like that view too. There's a lot of
I've never seen it.
Yeah, Willie's Desert Hangout. It's a silent stream, kind of like Dougie Doug does, you know, where it looks out his front door and they just leave the camera running. I used to do that with the seagulls back here. It's a silent stream and you just let it run. But what I would do during my live is I would put banners up here on the side panel that I could click throughout the show with different things about Galveston that people didn't know, or like a list of facts or something like that, you know. And then let's see, what else would I do? Like inspirational quotes. I would click through them and leave it up for like 2 to 5 minutes, the same quote, and then come back in, tend to the chat, go back what I was doing. You know, those silent lives are really cool in a way to gather a lot of watch hours.
Yeah, I have seen bloggers. They'll find a bird nest pop up and they'll just do a live and let you watch the bird nest all day.
The Girls Are Us. That's how we met them. You know, they have a silent live, and it's just their backyard. That's it. You know, that's the whole shebang. But the Girls Are Us do actually go on trips, but that's how I know them, is through their long lives in the backyard. And you tend to your chat every now and again, because silent lives only have one or two people watching at a time. You don't really have to be there to monitor it as much. Not as much as we do. We're sitting right here that we have to monitor everything. Now I'm doing music shows sometimes. Well, I might have to get over there and check you back out again, Willie. And on my cruising channels, what I'm gonna start doing for the members is dropping some of the music that I'm making over there on Filmora for my videos, because they are AI made beats, and I know that I own them because I got the AI to write them, so I can let my members have those songs.
Sounds cool.
Let me play something else here.
One of our colleges in Georgia, I can't think of the name of it.
Mm-hmm.
They have eagles in the area. They have a pair of eagles in the area. Every year when they go to lay, have their babies and all, they have a camera that I wish I could remember. Shorter College, maybe is the name of it. But anyway, they have a camera pointed on it all the time, and you can watch the babies.
Yep. Yeah, this one's good too.
Is our Cheryl in the bed already?
Oh yeah, the girls are back there sleeping. Yep.
Is she an early riser?
We okay, like she'll go to bed and sleep for about 4 or 5 hours, and then we'll get up in the middle of the night and maybe have like a cup of coffee or something. That normally does put us back out, but sometimes we stay up, especially if it's around 4 in the morning. We'll stay up for Darren and all of the morning shows before ours.
Yes.
And I'm just a morning person. I love the morning. I really do. I'm such a morning person, and we go to bed so early, and we nap throughout the day too. So that's how I'm able to do late night looming with you and still be up for the morning show.
Oh, you take it. See, I don't take a nap. Once I'm up, I'm up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find a way to nap after I eat breakfast, lunch combo, because a lot of the time we'll miss breakfast. Sometimes right after the show I'll start cooking breakfast, and then we'll eat then. But throughout the day, I will lay down and take a nap, because I know that while Hannah's at school, I get a chance to, nap and rest. I don't have to be super dad, and YouTube extraordinaire. Let's see. Danny D says, I love your real life togethers. Eddie and Cheryl crack me up. Eddie with his facial expressions when Cheryl says something crazy. LOL. Yeah, I like that show too. That's my baby right there. Go Live Together. I have found purpose in that show. It allows me to get up and spend an hour with my friends in the morning, and I just love it. Get a cup of coffee together and have a good morning show, and to share with the world another one of my passions, which is cruising. My heart is after homeless people, but I grew to love cruising after I met Cheryl, because she was a cruiser long before I came around. And I only have cruised after the restart. So I only know the new way of cruising.
Right.
They say back in the day, you used to have to stand at the muster station with everybody, and they would wait for everybody to show up at the muster station. And then they did one big safety briefing for everybody as you stood outside and just sweated. Standing room only, shoulder to shoulder, next to a bunch of drunk people that would be complaining that they couldn't get their party on, and just complaining that people would not show up to the muster station.
Right.
But it's necessary.
Yeah. Well, when I did mine, they just, whoever showed up, when she got like 5 or 6 there, she started it, and then the next group would come in, even though, but you had they only gave you like 2 or 3 hours for everybody to do the muster drill. And then if you didn't do it, they come to find you.
Yep. They start calling you out by name on the thing now. It's like if you
Yeah.
don't want your name called out on the intercom, take care of it first. That's the first thing we do when we jump on the ship is go to the safety briefing. Where do we need to go in case this thing starts sinking? That's what I need to know.
Yeah, we got on board, took our first 2 or 3 pictures, and then Amy and Michael Ann went and did theirs, and they left me there. And then they came back and got me, and we walked to my muster station.
Yep.
I think did I stay? I think I stayed with V and Steve. I don't remember, but anyway, we all found my muster station, and so it wasn't hard. You were only there like 5 minutes or less.
Yeah, it doesn't take that long at all. I
Now
tried to
there are
video.
some ships where you don't go to the muster station. You have to go to your TV and watch the drill, but the TV comes on. If you're not watching it, they know somehow or another, and they make you. I think you probably have to sign in or something. But I was watching someone live, and they said this is the first time they ever did a muster drill on a TV.
Yep, that's MSC. You have to go watch it on your TV in the stateroom. Then you have to call an extension and let them know that you finished it. And then you still have to go to your muster station and get scanned in. That's MSC. And that's our next cruise, as a matter of fact, in November when we go on the Seascape.
Yeah, I want to try some new ones. And I got the brochure. I get them all the time. They send them out twice a month. Oceana, and I get another one. But Oceana's got a trip next year. $1,980 going out of, where is it? Barcelona to Rome. And then if you wanted to get back on that same ship, you can go to Rome to Venice. And they're both $1,980. And that's the cheap room. But some of the other ones for the cheapest room is $5,000. I said, Scotty said, if you're thinking about ever going overseas, snag that right now because that's cheap.
That is cheap, especially with Oceana. Oceana generally runs about $3,500 per person.
Yeah, I don't remember when it. I'd have to look it up. Oh, it's May 5th. It's the first one, and then the second one starts on May 12th. So that could be a back to back.
Yep.
They're both 7-day cruises for that. But for me to take 7-day cruises, I can't do it with my little Candy. Because that would mean I'm gone probably 16 days or so, because you got to get a day before you get there. And if it's a back to back, I don't need another hotel, but you got to have time to get over there. And when I get over there and get off the cruise, wherever I end up, I might want to see that town a couple of days. So you're going to be a good more than 16 days probably for a back.
Definitely.
And I don't think I want to leave Candy more than 10, 12, 11 days was the longest I've left her. And that was when I went on my cruise last year, when I won the cruise. So, that's probably as long as I really need to leave her, is 10 to 11 days.
Yep.
And the vet she goes to, a very good vet. She's been using it since she was a baby. We stayed at another place in the mountains, and he's a German Shepherd trainer for the military and the police. And he kept other dogs there too, but he mainly kept German Shepherds, but he kept other dogs. And when we had her aunt and her mom, we left them there, and her aunt started climbing up the guy's fence. And I said, "Aren't you?" We couldn't go in there. We could see her doing it before we left. He said, "No, she'll be all right." I said, "She's gonna get hurt." He said, "No, she's not. Just keep watching." And then I realized on the other side where she was climbing up at was the swimming pool.
Oh, wow.
So she climbed up and ended up in the swimming pool. Didn't hurt herself or anything. She's just like, "I don't think I'll do that again."
Right.
I thought it was, it wasn't about what the one. It wasn't about a 3 foot one, But he had Dachshunds, and he said the only problem with my Dachshunds is he didn't like is they like to stand at the table while you're eating dinner and stare at you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because he had Dachshunds, but he trained his Dachshunds not to come to the dinner table.
That's good.
So, but mine were not taught that way. Mine, wherever we were, they were in the same. They wanted to be in the same room, so we didn't care if they stared at us at the dinner table.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she went splash. It was funny. We just chuckled because it was on the way to my daughter's house, and it was her weekend wedding, and I think it was before Candy was born. I think she was born the next year. Yeah, the day we dropped him off, he did warn us. He said, "Don't worry about it if you see someone walking around with a gun. We're training today."
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know how many acres he had. Lots of acres, and they were training police that day.
Yeah, I heard about Larry and Ananda. They got some things going on, but we know the author and the finisher, and he's going to do his thing. We know that. It's still sad to see people go through unnecessarily.
I don't know that couple.
Plump Travelers.
I don't think I have them.
It's Larry Gigro and his wife Ananda. She has cancer.
Oh my
Larry
goodness.
Larry put out a post a while ago about what they said, which was 24 to 48 hours left.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So they going through right now. That's who Danny D's talking about.
Okay. Is he the one that put out a what do you call it? Asking for money the other day?
I'm not sure. I don't follow them that closely. I just listen for blurbs and every now and again I'll open up Facebook and see something, but I didn't catch wind of that. Maybe Danny can answer.
Yeah, there was somebody who posted GoFundMe last week, and I don't remember who it was. But the only reason I don't give the GoFundMe is you don't even get, I think if I did a GoFundMe, I think I would only get like 40% out of what everybody's donating. It's very, GoFundMe takes more than you would think.
Right.
So it might be best if people wanted to donate just to put, if you have a PayPal or Cash App, that would be better because you get every penny of that.
PayPal does charge the creator 4%. Well, at least on the nonprofit side, that's what it looks like for donations.
Right.
Is 4%. but PayPal has always been on the low side and trusted. So PayPal
Mm-hmm.
and Zelle doesn't charge anything. So
Yeah,
if you
Cash
want,
App doesn't charge anything because they're related to Zelle. So
yeah, whenever you cash out, you can choose to pay a small fee to Cash App, or you can wait the 1 to 3 days and not have to pay anything.
with Zelle,
If
I
it,
think you just give your phone number, maybe. I don't know.
phone number or email address, I've used both for Zelle.
Okay.
Right now, I'm primarily using my phone number for to receive Zelle, but they don't take anything. They don't charge a fee to the giver or the receiver. I like that. I'm also signed up with Venmo too. I think Venmo takes about 4%. It's not that much.
Well, I
You know
signed
who
up for,
you
I
know
don't
who
have
takes
Venmo.
you know who takes a lot? TikTok.
Who?
TikTok takes 50%. They
I
take
didn't
half of it.
I didn't realize, but you're also getting um, for every penny you get on TikTok a day, it takes you 2 or 3 months on YouTube to get a penny.
Oh yeah. It takes you a long time on YouTube. Unless you got good givers, I mean, if you got people coming in dropping super chats and stuff throughout the show, and you got your memberships up and you got enough members, then it'll add up pretty quickly. Like I said, last time we got a check was June, and then I think on this pay cycle we're going to get another one. So we skipped a month, and that's with all the lives and stuff we do. We haven't been dropping many videos, so it's like with every missed opportunity, that is another missed opportunity for people to send super stickers on the videos. So I don't know. We're gonna ramp it up because I don't know Dallas at all. I'm gonna need to take some videos, some driving videos, a lot of them, and just post them up on the channel and see how they do. Especially on the Jeremy and Cheryl cruise adventure side, because I'm still working on the 4,000 watch hours over there.
Well, you're going to be close to cruising scene.
Yes, and also Afromex family, the Jacob family. There are Amy's up there. Well, I think Amy is not in DFW, but she's up that way.
She's
From
like
Amica.
I think they're 4 hours from each other.
Oh, okay. Z is up that way too. I'm going to be closer to Scotty J. Um, there's a lot of creators up there.
Well, my
But
friend who was not, I nominated another friend before the one that's going on this cruise, but anyway, his mother backed out and said that they just don't have the money to get their passport, and they're living. She can't work right now because she had a couple of seizures last year, and it was all stress. And so her doctor don't want her to work, so they're just living off. He's autism, and they're living off his money right now. But they're moving back from the little town they're in back to Dallas Fort Worth area. They finally found them an apartment closer because all her doctors are there, and his doctors are there. And they, whatever little town they moved to, I don't remember the name of it. It had one little tiny grocery store, a Walmart, a movie theater with just two cinemas in it, and a Dollar General.
nice.
So they had a little bit, but they didn't have a lot.
Yeah.
And they had he told me they had a local drugstore and the Walmart drugstore, and that's it.
Yep.
So when they finally got them some housing back, I don't know if he was telling me this about 3 weeks ago, so I don't know if they moved yet or not.
Mm.
They were moving at the first of them. He said we got to move around the first, so they may have already moved.
Right. I know that's when we're moving. September 1st is Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that might be the best time to move, but we may have to push it till the 3rd. So I don't know. It's either going to be around the 1st or on the 3rd.
Well, if
No,
you're doing a U-Haul,
yeah,
sometimes on holidays and on weekends, if the U-Haul place ain't open, you have that truck for an extra day because you can't return it, and they don't charge
right,
you.
right. Well, I already locked in the rate. Man, I got a cheap rate, and I got a 72-hour truck. I get to have that truck for 72 hours. I'm like, thank you, Lord, because it's just me and baby and Hannah, and so we're going to need that time to not only pack up the truck, but drive it to Dallas and then unpack it. They have an after hours drop to where we're going, so that's good in the
Well,
event
how
that
are
we
you
get.
going to get your car up there?
I'm going to need to get one of our family members to come down and drive it back, or get baby to drive it, but make a lot more stops along the way. That way she can, get out and stretch and stuff like that. And
Yeah, I knew she could drive, but she said she didn't like driving long stretches, very short, because she said I might forget.
okay, Sharon, take it easy. Thank you so much for coming in. We're about to finish this sucker tonight. It's almost done. So
Or
thank you for
bye,
coming in,
Sharon.
Sharon. Thank you for stopping by.
So, are you going to have to pick up the heavy stuff by yourself, or you going to have a family member come to help you?
No, I got a dolly, and our stuff really isn't that heavy. The heaviest thing I think I'm gonna have to deal with is this little small chest freezer that we got.
What about your couch?
We got rid of the couch. Yeah, we got rid of the couch. We don't spend a lot of time in our living room because our living room is the studio. And we got these chairs that we sit
Yeah,
in here, and they're small chairs. We got a lot of small stuff. I built it myself because we ordered it. Like all of the furniture that we had, including the couch, was ordered from Amazon. And I built all that stuff one by one as it came in. So I know that I can handle it with a good dolly, and everything else is packed up in boxes. So I can put 4 or 5 boxes per trip and walk them out there and pack up the truck. It
yeah,
just,
and yeah, that sounds good. But the only other heavy, not really heavy thing, but bulky thing is probably the mattress off the bed.
it's manageable. It's definitely manageable. It's a queen size bed, so it's not a humongous mattress. I think that's cool. When we get on the
Right.
other end, we're going to order some new stuff. I'm getting rid of a lot of things here in this house. I'm purging. That way we can get it into a nice truck and go on down the road and redecorate and refresh, restart over whenever we get there. Some of the
Yeah,
older stuff is good, but we're going to get new stuff up there.
yeah. I watched a TikToker named Dynamite. When last year, when TikTok was going to go out, he had been talking to his people, and he had been talking like live. We're talking, and one of the ladies he met on there, they started talking, and they exchanged numbers when that 2 day or 3 day thing it was closed down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they started liking each other and dating long distance. And I guess they've known each other now, or that was back in February.
Yep.
Well, 2 days ago, he got on a plane going to California where she lives. His ex-wife is going to be moving into his trailer he owns, and he's leaving. He's right now. She's keeping the dogs for him, and in about 3 to 4 weeks, him and his girl they're gonna drive down and bring the dogs back up.
Mm.
But he's got to go up there and find him another place. Right now, they're staying at her house, apartment, I think. But they're going
Hmm.
to get him another trailer. He's found another lot, and he's already found work because he's a handyman and cuts grass, fixes roofs, fixes trailers. And he was doing pretty good and making enough money to live in that trailer.
Yep.
So he already got him a job lined up that he's starting on Monday with someone that needed something done to their house. And so, I mean, it's great when the Lord gives you the right people. But he asked her to get married the day he got there. He surprised her with a ring.
Look, Stat says, I like to live minimalistically too. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Man, don't gather a whole lot of things, because if you ever got to move, it's a beast. It really is. I've been purging like this whole 2 months. I just been throwing away unnecessary stuff that we ain't seen in years. And if we haven't
Mhm.
used it in years, we don't need it anymore. Seriously. We've gathered so much stuff in the last, what, 5 years that we've been here. And a lot of it went out the front door already. So the less that we have left in here, that means the less I got to move. I got one more row before I can sew up this hat, and I'll be done. And then I can start on the pom pom.
Yep. I bought a recliner chair and I bought my couch. Then I bought a recliner chair for my mom to have when she comes up here. But
Mm-hmm.
she's not coming up here because she's in a nursing home now. So I said, did I overbuy? Because it was going to be where I was going to keep her a while. Then my sister-in-law and brother-in-law were going to do that, and then they decided they didn't really want her to come, because she's. It was just easier when the last time she had a problem that I told my brother and sister-in-law, and we told the hospital that there's no one that could take care of her,
Right.
and they legally had to keep her. And we finally convinced my other brother to say the same thing. I said, Tim, you can't do it anymore.
Right.
And some people think it's bad that you don't take in your family member and keep them up, but it's just hard.
Elderly people need special care for people that are trained how to deal with them. It's not
Yeah,
just it's not just about feeding, giving baths, and helping to get dressed and stuff like that. It's the mentality. It's like you got to know how to deal with the elderly in a good way that makes them feel loved and still special, and that somebody cares.
yeah. Well, my
Unfortunately,
mom, yeah,
unfortunately, they don't get that a lot at some nursing homes, but some nursing homes are very good. You'll make new connections, and you get to hang out with people in that age group. You can relive days and tell stories and listen to other people's stories, and make new friends, in that way. But the specialty care comes bedside whenever you're hurting beyond belief, and you need that extra little thing that family members don't always have time to tend to, because time is something that people don't have a lot of.
yeah. Other than this nursing home has lost lost about six or seven pieces of my mother's clothing. We're okay with it because my grandfather was there. My mother's two best friends went there, and they all passed away there, and so it's just a. But the last time I was there, they said, "Well, you need to go to the laundry and look." I went to the laundry. You had to put your name in the clothes. I put the name in the clothes. We still couldn't find them.
Yep.
So I need to ask my brother. Actually, I need to ask my sister-in-law because my two brothers are like, I don't know. I need to ask her, does mother need any more clothes?
Yeah.
And she don't want anything but long sleeves year round. And she wants them almost to the floor, but she wants more dresses than pants and wants them almost to the floor. So, and that's hard to find year round dresses like that.
It is.
So I need to ask my sister in law, what does mother need anything? Yeah, I'll either give her the money, you send her some money to go get something if I can't get down there, or I'll go get it. The last thing I brought her, Mom said, I don't like that. It ain't long sleeves and it's too short. I said, well, I'll take it home. I did.
Yep. All right.
Take it home and I'll wear it. Well, my mom they say she has dementia, but then they say she don't have dementia. My mom is more on gets more depressed kind of easier. Because, I mean, I lost my husband and my dad the same day. So when you lose your husband and son-in-law the same day, that can be hard just as much as it is on me.
Wow. Oh, people were commenting while I was talking about the move. Hang on. We moved a few years ago. It's Galaxy from Todd's live stream. Hello and welcome in, Galaxy. Welcome to the show. Danny D says, yes, moving is crazy. That's why I sold most of my Legos before we moved, got rid of a lot of books, and I had some clothes also. Stats said left a 3-bedroom, 2-bath attic cellar home, gave away as blessings almost all of it, besides an enclosed what we fit in a trailer. Yep. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Danny D, Stat says, yes, they can't have dementia and wander off. Danny D says dementia is a sad disease. My grandma had it. It was sad seeing her not remember us. Wow. And Stats moved 1,200 miles.
Yeah, she moved from New York.
Nice. Yep, I'm moving 350 miles north. I got to go where the snow and ice play. Right now, I'm in Galveston, Texas. I'm moving to Dallas, Fort Worth area.
Yeah, my husband's aunt lives in, I think it's called, is it Brannon?
Mm-hmm.
Texas, somewhere in Texas. She's in a assisted living that's got a nurse. They moved her I talked to her about 8-9 months ago, and she said I moved a little bit closer to Ann and her husband than where I was at. So, if she's still alive, I haven't heard. I may call her in a week or two and see if she's still. She was 92 the last time I talked to her.
Yep. Uncle Dave's mom came in on the after show the other day. I think she's 92. And she's still driving around, still doing laundry, still, walking around, still doing all that. That gives me hope.
We had my music director from church. His father died at 100 years old. And he was the oldest living, driving person in Georgia at the time.
Nice.
He drove all his, till he died.
Yeah. I like that I am nearing 50 and still don't have to wear glasses, and my eyes are still as sharp as they are. I'm very grateful, because I don't know what would happen to me if I lost my eyes. That wouldn't be too good.
Well, I've had glasses since I was 6 years old, so I don't know any difference.
Yeah.
Well, they say these new glasses. I haven't tried them. I need to look and see how much they are. If they're not too expensive, I might get a pair of them just to see if, uh, if they're not expensive, I might try them out. But they say if you've got bad eyes, you can wear these, and you don't have to have prescription glasses.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming out of China, of course. Everything, you
Yep.
know. But if I could get those, and they come to have the nose bridge that fits me, I'd be like your wife and have a different pair for every outfit.
Yeah, she's got to have those glasses. They they accent the outfit, and it just works. You know.
Or hers are just drugstore glasses, aren't they?
She orders them from Temu. They're not really for reading or for eyesight or anything because she sees well. Little writing, she can't see too well, but that just comes with age. I'm having to put my text bigger on these small screens and stuff already with myself, so I understand. Not being able to see small print, but
Right.
she can see pretty well. You know.
Okay. Let's see. Danny says she was in memory care place. Once she escaped, no one knew until the police found her across the street. She remembered my aunt's ex, which he called my aunt and got her back to the place.
Mm,
Oh, yeah.
wow.
Yeah, I've heard of people in dementia or Alzheimer's wings, and they go missing because they
Hmm. They don't
didn't lock the
understand.
door.
They don't understand why they're there. It's like I
Yeah,
need to be somewhere else. I don't remember coming here, and they go. See,
yeah.
Roxy.
Oh, yeah, I like it.
Yep. So now I got to trim this little. Wait, where did it go? I got a straggler here. There it is. So I got to cut this one off and then add the pom pom. I knew it would stand out, but I didn't realize it would be that bright. It's a good looking hat.
Yeah,
All right, now we can make the pom pom. So what I do to make the pom poms is I combine colors together that make the hat. That way, it's a mixture.
yeah. My granddad had dementia, and he was living at home. And my grandmother couldn't find him one day, and he had taken himself down to the local convenience store. And everybody knew my grandparents and granddad and my uncles because
Hmm.
they owned businesses in the town they lived in. And so the lady at the convenience store convinced him to come in. He was heading to the plant store called Collier's. She called my uncle Ed, and he came and got him. And it kind of went downhill from there. He didn't want to take a bath anymore, and my uncle Ed came over and got his bathing suit on and got in the shower with him, gave him a bath.
Hmm.
And then that lasted about 2 or 3 weeks, and then they finally decided it's time to put him in a nursing home.
Yep.
But that was the funkiest garden my grandfather ever grew that year. He went and got seeds. My uncle's dead now, but his wife and him went and got seeds at the plant stores they liked, brought them. He planted them. About a week later, he said, I got to plant my garden. He'd already planted a garden. and she asked for more seeds, so they went back and got another pack of seeds, thinking they didn't get enough. Well, after he planted those that day, the next day he wanted more seeds. My aunt said, "We ain't buying no more seeds." So she went to the store. She got a pack of dried beans, put them in a paper bag, just like they did at the plant store. My granddad didn't know the difference, but my grandmother said a lot of that stuff. They had a lot to come up that year.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't remember how much came up, but I don't think I went and saw I didn't see my granddaddy much because I don't think my husband was working too much at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But it was kind of funny. He wanted corn. She even bought a bag of that popcorn. She said, "I think some of that came up too." But no, after him walking off like that, he knew where he was at and everything. He just they didn't. They took the car keys away. What they did, because he
Yep.
wasn't. They had took those away a long while before that. So he still knew everybody and everything, but he had the kind of dementia that he didn't remember if he ate, if he planted the garden, if he took a bath. That's the kind of dementia he had.
Right. If he took his medicine, probably also.
Yeah, he didn't remember all that stuff.
Yeah.
And my husband had dementia, but his was the same way. I had to help him do his medicine the last 6 months of his life,
Mm-hmm.
and I had I made sure we ate. We didn't eat like we did because of the COVID. We'd both gotten COVID again, and we didn't want anything. I didn't want a lot.
Yep. You had no
But
taste buds.
yeah,
Yeah. Baby was the same way. She had no taste buds. She was eating what was called jalapeno. It was jalapeno relish on her chili dogs. And she generally doesn't eat spicy stuff, but she couldn't taste it. So it was just like, man, this is the only thing I want. I want chili dogs with jalapeno. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give it to you. And you're getting a lot of vitamin C here because believe it or not, jalapenos have more vitamin C than oranges.
yes,
They do.
they
And
do.
so, yeah, I thought that was kind of cool that she was eating her jalapenos. But then one day she got her taste back and that stuff hit her hard. And she's like, oh my God, that's spicy. Throw this away. I'm like, baby, you've been eating that ever since you got back from the hospital. That tickled me. That was so funny. Because I'm like, man, that was weird that you was eating it, but I didn't want to deny you, the things that you wanted because that
Right.
jalapeno is really good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
my mom is finished. I'm just sitting here making this thing. I'm carrying on without doing no classes or nothing. But it's all good because I
yeah,
really enjoyed making this one.
yeah. And my husband, what used to take him, took you a couple or 3 minutes to write a check.
Mm-hmm.
It would take him 20 minutes to write a check because he had to
Wow.
sit there and really concentrate. You know,
Yep.
but when while we were in the hospital, he, was violent and got handcuffed and all that crap.
Mm.
And so they wouldn't let me go in the room for a day and a half. And I'm going, I really didn't want to be around him at that point because I had seen the temper before. But
Yeah.
I was in there one day and I said, "Can I give you a hug?" He said, "Yeah, we are married."
Mm.
So he
Okay.
knew I think he knew who I was.
Yep.
He just couldn't eat anymore. He was all right at the house, but when he got out of this environment, they say the dementia gets worse.
Yeah, because now you're in a strange place and you gotta process everything. It's like I'm not home.
Right.
And I'm not home, then what's wrong? You know?
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing.
So, but when they told me he needed to go to therapy, and then they added the word hospice, and I know what hospice is and everything, but you don't put two and two together. That means he's dying.
Right.
Yeah, you don't put two and two together. But he
Mhm.
died in the ambulance on the way to hospice, and I got an ambulance bill, and I says, told my nephew, he, you know, he didn't know the people driving the ambulance, but it was his sister company from what he where he was working at the time,
Mhm.
uh, in other counties, but sister companies. And so he ended up getting it where I didn't have to pay that $2,000 ambulance bill.
Right. Well, that's good. That's
But he
good.
died in the ambulance in the parking lot of the nursing home, and the nursing home wouldn't take him.
Wow.
We went when I got there. She came up to the car and she did some kind of gesture with her hand to Sam, and I guess it was a paramedic gesture that I didn't know about. Secret code, I guess, or something. I don't know.
Right.
And then she says, she said she asked me to get out of the car, and she said, uh, I need to tell you something, and I kind of knew, but I didn't. She said he didn't make it. And we're because they got there about 5 minutes, so we had to stop and get gas. And they were arguing with the nursing home because they didn't even have him saying we were coming over there with him. Now that
Yep.
turned out cool.
It did. This came out really cool. I love the colors. They really work to good together.
Yeah.
And Roxy, I was sitting there in the room today, and I had to come up with a fresh poem. Okay, let me kill
Right.
down. Let me kill down this big camera. That way, I can put us up a little bigger, and then I can. Do
Well,
you like
how
the
we?
circles?
I never had the circles.
This is StreamYard. It allows you to put us either in a circle or you hit the style right here, and then
Well, say I don't pay for StreamYard, so that's probably with the paid version.
yeah. Oh, this is definitely our studio that we use for. This is our StreamYard that we use for Go Live Together. So naturally, it's the paid version.
Right.
But I did ask the bot to give me a poem that is written from the perspective of a roll of tape, and this is what it came up with:
A roll of tape.
a roll of tape. And you'll understand why here in just a second. Because whenever you build a cardboard house, what do you put it together with? Tape.
Tape.
Nobody ever thinks of these things, but it just came to me, and I'm like, okay, so how is a homeless person going to get a roll of tape? He's got to ask the public for money, right? And so what I said to ChatGPT was, write a poem about a roll of tape. A homeless person had to beg for the money to buy it, send someone else into the store to get it because the store owner doesn't want the homeless man to come into the store. The roll of tape understands its purpose but wants to do something better, right? So this is what it came. This is what it came up with. It says it's entitled "The Roll of Tape." I am round and small, a circle wound tight, sitting in the palm of a man whose stomach growls in the place where my cost now lives because he had to make the decision: do I buy a roll of tape or a burger? Right?
Okay.
Eric begged for me, coin by coin, eyes down, words swallowed like stones. And when the jar was full enough, he pressed the change into another's hands, for the shopkeeper would not let his shadow cross the doorway. It was me or a meal. He chose me. I know my worth, not in dollars, but in walls. I will bind together corrugated dreams into square shelters that flap in the wind but stand against the rain. I wish I were nails, a hammer, a stack of wood, a way to give him a home with corners and a roof that hums in storms. But I am only tape. So I will cling thread by thread, holding back the cold, fighting the wind one strip at a time. A slowly unraveling roll of hope, thin but stubborn, security in a silver spiral for the man who gave up warmth in his belly for walls around his sleep. So this one was kind of cool today because I'm like, how are they going to put the boxes together? You know, I'm concepting one that is old political signs because you could put those together to build a more, a stronger corrugated house too. So I'm working on how to concept those into. They could be repurposed into building houses for the homeless or
Yeah,
temporary shelters for the homeless.
they have a stick that you pound it into the ground with. If you take a bunch of those sticks and pound them into the ground,
Yeah,
you
we
could
can come up
come
with a better
along.
house for the homeless. Yeah. So I'm trying to concept things, just trying to bring to life the things that are already out there serving the homeless people, but are unseen and unthought of because they're, it may seem like just a roll of tape, but to a homeless person, that roll of tape means a house for the night, you know?
What
So I hope
AI do you use to make those?
Chat GPT.
Okay, I haven't used that one. I've used Google one.
Yeah, Gemini is good too, but Gemini doesn't produce the images that I'm looking for. It's like it's so realistic that that you just know that I stood there with a camera and took that picture, but I didn't.
Okay,
Yeah.
all
So
right.
it makes the realistic images that I want it to, and plus it allows me to draw 3 pictures a day. Because simultaneously, what I'm doing is also creating a website for Hats on a Mission. I'm working on graphics for some swag for Hats on a Mission. I'm just doing a lot of things right now, and I need that 3 image per day, so I can work on other projects while simultaneously doing my poems and stuff. So I hope everybody enjoyed the show for today. We have finished the hat today. My loom is empty, and tomorrow I will start on my orders, which somebody ordered 2 camo hats. And then I may start on Sharon's hat. She ordered a purple and red. So I'll be putting together a purple and red for her. And then I'm going to probably get started on one for sale after that. So I wanted to thank everybody for coming in. Thank you, Roxy, as always. I love you. Thank you so much for coming in and spend time over
I
here.
love you too.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
I enjoy it. It gives me something to do besides watch. I watch videos, because I don't like my TV anymore.
Right. I never did like TV. I'm a musician. I would rather sit here and listen to music or make hats, than to be in there just watching something somebody else made whenever I could be making TV right here and making a difference at the same time.
A chat GTP, is that
Uh,
it?
Chat GPT.
Yeah. All right. Isn't that
GPT.
free? Is that free?
It's free. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It is definitely free. If the AI ever costs you money, then you're paying for faster results and also for that 3 image limit to be lifted. And it also has other GPTs in it, like it can make you a promo video and all kind of stuff. Chat GPT, if you use it for titling, just know that as with most AIs, a lot of the words are going to be misspelled. So what I use Chat GPT for is just to draw the picture. If you want to add titling to that, it would be best to run that image through Canva. That way you can not only um, customize the text that you're using, but you can have a smooth overlay and then render that picture as one, just like you would do to edit a video and to make sure everything's spelled correctly. Because one thing that AI is notorious for is misspelling things. I think that's to try to get you to purchase the full version is what it is. So peace, love, and chicken grease to everybody in the chat. Thank you so much. We have been here for almost 3 hours tonight. So thank you guys. I don't pay for Chat GPT. They want to charge me like $20 a month or something like that. I'm not sure how much it is, but I don't pay for it. I just use the free version. I'll wait for the image to reset. And it's normally like a 18 hours before the image limit resets. But then by the time 24 hours comes around, I'm ready to do another poem with imagery to attach to it. So as long as I could do 3 images per day, I'm good with the free version. But ChatGPT is one of the best things out here as far as AI is concerned. You can use it to clean up emails, to write thank you notes to your viewers. I wrote a members only post for Jeremy and Cheryl Cruise Adventures the other day. It's just like you can use it to write your YouTube descriptions, to write everything. And it will. And also check in with it every now and again and say, describe me based off of our conversations. And it will write up a nice thing about you. Just tell you a little bit about yourself. It'll talk back and forth, and it'll start offering to write things for you after it gets to know you for a little while. So play around with it. You're going to have fun, with it. And it takes a lot of the work that we have to do as creators and does it for us. As long as you know.
I'm gonna go in there and write something mainly for me, but I want to write something. Have it help me.
Yeah. All right. Bye, Roxy. Good night.
Good night.
All right. Let me end the stream here and